All right. We talked about a lot of different factoring. The first thing we've always done is always take out the GCF. Okay? We talked about factoring when the first number is 1, A is 1. We talked about factoring when A and C, the first and third numbers, are prime. We talked about how to do it if they're both composite, between more than one pair of numbers. Last thing we did was the difference of squares, which is the really easy one. And then this is the last one. This is when you have 4 terms. Everything we've been doing so far has been, GCF, 2 terms, maybe 3 terms. But everything's mainly been 3 terms. Now we got 4 terms. Here's the system. As always look for the GCF, because taking out the GCF is going to make it easier. It's going to make the numbers smaller. It's going to make it easier to factor. Then you're going to group the first 2 terms and the last 2 terms like this. And this is going to be a plus or minus here. Okay? You're going to actually group them. So you're going to take the 4 and say, you 2 are together, like you're making teams. You 2 are a team, you 2 are a team. Now, the first 2 terms, you're going to take the GCF out. It's all going to make sense once we start doing it. You're going to divide by the GCF. Okay? Get the leftovers. Alright? And you're going to do the same thing for the second one. The interesting thing is that the terms in the parentheses should be the same. This is cubed. Okay, they should be the same. And then you take the terms that are the same times the other ones. Let's see how it works. Very simple. And it's already done for you. You can talk about it. So the first thing you do is look and see, is there any number that goes into 6, 15, 8, and 20? And there's not. Okay? If that 15 was even, we could take out a 2. Okay? But we can't. So we leave it as it is. So notice step 2. We took these 2 and put them in parentheses. We took those 2 and put them in parentheses, and we had that plus in the middle. Alright? So we just broke them into 2 teams. You 2 against you 2. Then, look for the GCF of the first term. 6xy and 15y. Well, that's going to be 3y. Okay? Now, when you divide that, you get 2x plus 5, which goes right here. The important part is, this has got to be the same. And here's the beauty of this method. You can actually kind of cheat. Once you know this is 2x plus 5, you can immediately write it right there. And then ask yourself, what do I need to divide this by to get this? Oh, 4. And then all you do is take these 2 and hook them up. You're in your team, 3y plus 4, times 2x plus 5. Okay? And so it'll make more sense once you practice it. We're not going to do every single one of these, but do quite a few of them. Okay, so first off, since this is a 1, obviously we're not going to be we'll take out GCF. So we're going to put this one in parentheses and this one in parentheses. Now, the only thing you can take out of 1 and 6 is 1. You really can't do anything with that. So all you can take out is an R. R plus 6. And here's the nice thing about this. Like I said, you can cheat. You can put R plus 6 right here. And this isn't that big of a deal, the cheating part, when it's a plus. But when it's a minus, it helps a lot. Because you never know which one to take out, the minus or the plus version of the number. So, what do I need to divide this by to get this? 11, right? 11R divided by 11 is R, and 66 divided by 11 is 6. Now all I do is hook these 2 up. You're my new team. R plus 11, you made it to the second round against R plus 6. And we're done. That's it. All we do. Okay, number 2. Even, even, odd, even. So you can't take anything out. So you're going to group these 2 and group those 2. Now I can take something out of the first one. 2m, right? So we're going to take out 2m. Now 6 divided by 2 is 3. The m's cancel, that leaves x. Minus 4, because the m's cancel. Again, the beauty of this, just cheat. 3x minus 4. Put it there automatically. Now, what do I need to divide 3 by to get 3? Nothing. But I want to get rid of the r, right? I need to get this r and this r. Boom. Oops. Silly me. 3x minus. This will be a 2 here. I don't know what I was doing. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Simple math. Simple mistakes. Should be a 2. But here's the beauty of math. Okay, I made a mistake, right? I just didn't realize it. I didn't realize I did 4 divided by 2 and wrote 4. In my head, I wrote 2, but for some reason I wrote 4. But when I got here, and I said 2r divided by r, no, that's not 4. That made me catch my mistake. And then the nice thing about it is, since this was 2, I knew this had to be 2, and it was. So, just pay attention. Mistakes happen. Hook them up. New team. 2m plus r times 3x minus 2. Okay, number 3. Lots of letters and numbers here. But there is a GCF. I can take a 2 out of each one. I cannot take a D out of each one because there's no D here or here. I cannot take a G because there's no G there. So I can take out 2. So I'm going to get D squared G plus FG plus 2D squared H plus 2FH. Yuck. Nasty. Now I'm going to hold this till the end because it can get kind of confusing here. So whenever you have a GCF on, just hold it till the end. So from these two, I'm using brackets because I have a 2 out there. I can't take out a D, but I can take out a G. So I'm going to get D squared plus F. And I'm going to, right here, I'm going to put D squared plus F. I know it has to be the same thing. So that means I'm going to take out a 2H. See, there's a 2, there's the H. And that will give me D squared down here. Now I'm done. Okay? I have G plus 2H times D squared plus F. And now I'm going to just smack that 2 right in front. Just plop it in there. The reason I didn't bring it down is because it would be too confusing, because it would be 2, I think, G, and then I want to put 2G plus 2H, and that's not what happens. This 2 would be outside, and it's just messy. So if you ever take a GCF out, just save it to the end. But I would suggest drawing an arrow to remind yourself to do that. Let's do number 5. Okay, no GCF, because there's just a constant here. So I'm just going to set up my teams. What can I take out of the first one? Simply x. Y minus 7. So I'm going to put y minus 7 here. Cheap. And I ask myself, what do I need to divide 7y by to get 7? I mean, just y. 7. And I confirm 7 times 7 is 49. And there I go. X plus 7 times y minus 7. I can write, I said 7 and I wrote 9. All right, now, number 7. I want to talk about this one because this is one where we got to talk about the negative. We have this here. Make sure that negative is with that number. We didn't really care up here at the plus, but put a little plus there. You've got to keep the negative with that 5. Okay? If that third term has a negative, keep it in the parentheses. Now, here's what we're going to talk about why cheating actually is a good thing here. Out of the 3dt minus 21d, I can take out a 3 and a d. Now I divide. 3 divided by 3 is 1. The D's cancel, and I get T. Negative 21 divided by 3 is negative 7, and the D's cancel. So I get T minus 7. Here's why I do that cheating method. Because if I need T minus 7 to be the same thing here, then that tells me whether I need to divide by a positive 5 or a negative 5. If I want negative 7, do I divide by negative 5 or positive 5? Negative 5, very good. Because that will give me negative 7. So, hook them up, new team. 3D minus 5, T minus 7. Let's do one more minus. Number 10. So I put parentheses here. I put parentheses here, and I put a little plus sign in between them. Now, what can come out of 45 and 27? That would be 9. What can come out of P and Q? Well, Q. Now I divide. 45 divided by 9 is 5. P drops down, the Q's cancel. Minus 3, the Q's cancel. I go over here, and I do 5P minus 3 right off the bat. And now I ask myself, what do I need to divide 30 by to get negative 3? Negative 10. That's why doing this method is nice, because it tells you whether or not to pull out positive 10. When you do the plus in the middle, it makes no difference. But when that third term is negative, you have to know whether to take out a positive or a negative. So far, we've taken out a negative both times. It could be a positive, so you just got to be careful with that. Hook them up. 9Q minus 10, 5P minus 3. And that is all she wrote.